All right, let's see what we got here. Easy today, easy. Mirror distance of an integer. You're given an integer n. Define its mirror distance as the absolute value of n minus reverse of n, where reverse of n is the integer form by reversing the digits of n. Return an integer denoting the mirror distance of n. Absolute value of x denotes the absolute value. It's the reverse thing is something that was done in yesterday's problem. One thing I find peculiar about how Leetcode chooses to present the daily problems is sometimes it's like the concept, the easier version of a similar concept is done afterwards for some reason. Like when you want to have this before like the other one, which was a medium that had reverse. Anyways, just I mean, maybe an AI is giving this, giving the order. So reverse of 25 is 52. The difference between 25 and 52 is 27. Reverse of 10 is 0, 1, which is just 1, 1, 10. Difference of that is 9. Okay, sure. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday, there was a reverse problem, and the fastest way of doing a reverse to get the reverse of an integer is using like converting integers to a string, reversing that string, and then converting it back. So I'll just do that here. I'll just call it rev, pass in, let's say x as the integer, and returning an integer. Whoops, forgot the colon. And then, so it was like return the, so you need to first convert it to a string, and then reverse that string, which is colon, or bracket colon colon -1. Colon colon just means copy here, and this is the iterator of the indexing, so it's -1 if it's going backwards and just blank if it's going forwards. And in theory also, I think I saw this at some point, if you use like 2 or 3, it actually skips. So it's like every other or every other, something like that. I probably should be more aware of that. So then convert that into an integer. Integer to string to integer back again. Yeah. And then I think it's just return the absolute value of x minus reverse of x. Alright, I think that's it. Assuming I actually have this commented area correct. Whoopsie, this is n, x is the, is it called the formal parameter? Yeah, I think it's called the formal parameter. N is the actual parameter. Forgot the correct syntax or naming of it. Formal parameter, actual parameter. Woohoo! Streak is at what? Hey now, what? How is this thing any slower than the stuff before? This goes up to 10 to the 9th. I guess I could do something like, let's say if x is less than 10, I'm not sure how often this occurs, just return x. Or return 0, because then the reverse is itself. Maybe that speeds it up just a little. No, fuck, it's n. Maybe that speeds it up just a little bit to handle. I don't know, man. Okay, well, that might have just been random. I assume it's probably random. Random variation in time on the test cases, like 0 milliseconds versus 3 milliseconds, right? All right, summary. A much simpler version of yesterday's daily, which also involved reversing integers. I believe the fastest method to reverse is in the above helper function, which converts the integer to string before reversing string, which Python is pretty good at, and finally converting back to integer. You know, otherwise the main program is simply going to calculate the absolute value of the difference of input n and reverse of n using the helper function. Time complexity is going to be O of 1, as everything is done in constant time. Like the, actually, let's say O of k, where k is the number of, k is the length of n, or the maximum length of n, as reversing the string of n, string of the integer will be an O of k operation where k is the length of the string. Okay, so I think it's, yeah, which is still pretty darn fast, right? If the string is, if the number is 10 digits, then the string is 10 long, and you're doing 10 operations, something like that. So basically this O of k as well, to store the kind of string version of the integer.